Hello and welcome. Um, Today, what I'll be describing in this video is how to do basic website design and overall HTML web page design as well. What we just did was made up a storyboard for your web page. Should have consisted of maybe just like a journal entry or an online blog, basic information, because we will not be putting in pictures or anything like that today. First, before you open up this document or this document that you should see in the screen here, the example of HTML editing, you need to first connect it to your Google account. How you do that is you get into uh, your drive. I already have mine open. How you get into your drive is click this little waffle or 9 box looking thing, and the drive is going to be the triangular red, green, and yellow button in there. Okay, so you might need to get over into your email to do that and get back into that. But I'm already in my drive, so I'm gonna jump ahead here. To connect this app, you have to click New. Scroll down to More. I have a bunch of apps already connected. You will not have that many apps connected. Okay, and then what I will have here is lost it. What I will have here is connect more apps. Okay, you click that, and once this page loads, you type in HTML edity, editey. Okay. Once that pops up, you should click connect. It's going to be a blue button instead of the rated sign that you see. Since I'm already connected, that's why it says that. Connect. Right there, let it connect, and you can X out of the box there. Remember, connect only the green one. Okay, the green logo. Okay, now that's connected. You can try and go over into your Google account, click the example key. Again, this is the teacher's example. Will have your name after it. Click that, and it'll come up with a symbol saying like, "Whoops, there was a problem that occurred." And below it are a few options of what to click on. You're going to click the HTML edity, with the little green symbol next to it. Click that. Basically, it's just you're going through the allow methods in order to be allowed to access the app. Okay, so you have to click on that, click allow once, allows you into your email, and then there's another whole list to allow into. You're going to click allow again. Once that loads, now you got to get through the terms and conditions. You can just click next down at the bottom. Then you have to, once you're on the second page, you scroll down. And there's terms and conditions that you need to agree to, as well as possibly getting emails that you need to agree to. Once you click the agree button on the agree checkbox on both of those, the done button will highlight in blue. Click that, and you should be into where I am right now. Okay, so to kind of kick this off, in Google Docs, the Google document that I gave you, I also asked you in exercise 2 to define a bunch of different symbols or a bunch of different different types of HTML codes. But first, I need to show you this before we get into the codes. This right here, what I just entered, is the HTML document type. You need to start any kind of HTML code with that doc type if you're making a web page. Second, you're identifying that it is defined as an HTML document. Okay, this is the area where you can switch back and forth between Google Docs and this to get down the definitions. Okay, so again, this HTML close brackets is defined as an open tag for the HTML document. And this with the slash in it is defined as the close tag. Now, no matter what, you're going to have opening and close tag, open tags and close tags of each one. It's almost like open brackets and close brackets, just in the form of HTML code or coding. Okay. Now that we have that, we have to do everything in between the HTML open tag and the HTML close tag. So I'm going to hit enter a few times to just bring that down. This is where in between from line 3 all the way down to 19 is where we will be doing all of our code to have a website. In this this editor, this HTML editor, you type the code on the right, and on the left, on the left you type the code, and on the right, the what you type in will appear as if it were a real website. And if we would ever upload this stuff to the web, it would appear as it would on the right. Okay, so first thing that I need to open with after this HTML is the head, right? On our gingerbread man thing, we had to open with the head, right? First I start with the open brackets, then I type in HEAD, head, in between, and automatically right after that we'll have the closing tag for head. I'm going to hit enter a few times for that. After the head is now entered in there, we must put in a title. The title was just there to either put a title at the top of the internet page, at the web page, or sometimes if the page doesn't load completely, this is what you would see. So since mine is just more or less a personal journal or a personal online information about me and my family, I would just type in title here, and then close brackets. And as you see, the closing or the ending tag pops up with the slash with the title there. And what I'm going to type here is just my home page. You can type whatever you want in between here. That's fine. This is just for purposes to just show that there is a closing or a message there if the website would ever not be able to load on someone's computer, whether that means it's the computer's fault or the website's fault, doesn't really matter. That's what it is. So I'm gonna go down after the end tag for the head, and now this is where you actually start seeing typed information in the area. And now remember, on our little gingerbread man, now we need to open the body. So open brackets, close brackets, body. Okay, as you can see, the end tag popped up. Since this is an HTML editor, they do that. Okay, I'm going to enter a few times. This is where I'm going to type everything that I want to appear on the right or appear on a regular website. Everything goes in between the body tag. Okay, so next would be the heading tag. So this is pretty much where you have a title at the top of the page as if it were like a journal or an article online. So since it's all about me, I'm just going to type in, first I'm going to open it up with the open bracket, H1. Oh, everything needs to be lowercase in order to have it. As you can see, the end tag appeared. So just to go over definitions, again, you can pause at any time to get these definitions into your Google Drive or rewind or whatever. The title is defined as the title of the document. The body defines the main part of the document. So pretty much a web page is just a very fancy Microsoft Word or Google Doc that's been typed up in code or partially in code. Okay, so the body again is defined as the main part of the document. You have the opening tag and the ending tag for that. Now the heading is the head of the document. So I'm going to type in all about me, all about me. Okay. Then I just go down to the next line. See, that's our document, and how I can start my paragraph or my article about me. You need to start by putting a paragraph symbol in there, which is just open brackets P, close brackets. And in between the two bracketed areas, the opening tag and the ending tag, I type in my information. I'm just going to type in a bunch of letters just to get through this process, okay? So as you can see, I went down on the second line of my code, the coding area, but it doesn't go down to a second line on this area. Now, how do I do that? How do I fix that? What I'm going to do is I need to put a line break in there. And a line break doesn't have an opening tag or closing tag. It's just a tag. There's no ending tag at all. And the difference is line break is symbolized by lowercase br, okay, with the slash after the br instead of the front. See how it entered that information down below. Okay, so that's possibly my opening paragraph area, right, about myself, maybe generalized, who I am, all that stuff. Next line, I go down. I want another heading. Maybe I want to go into my family, right? So I'm going to open brackets H2, right? Since we already used H1, we go down to H2. This is going to be the section on my family. Okay? But really what I want to do in between the my family section and the all about me, I want to break. I want to line in there to signify that the all about me, the general information, has been completed. So I'm going to enter this line of code down once or twice. Doesn't really matter, okay? Because it's going to be in the same generalized, the same position. And I want to put a line in there as a line break, an actual physical line. And how I do that is by opening the brackets and putting HR, meaning the definition for this is horizontal line, where the BR, the definition was single line break. Now, as you can see, it's already appearing without me closing my brackets. Okay, remember I need a slash after that in order to have it correct. And just a general information about this application here. This application, it shows wherever you have a wrong HTML code. See how it's entered? There's two red X's next to the line of code. That means that's wrong right now. Okay, once I finish my code, see, it's fixed. Okay, so now that I have a line break there, and that is that for as far as the line break that shows over on the right hand side of the screen, your actual website, right? Next, after that, I want to put in a new paragraph about my family. I might talk about my dog, wife, maybe my parents, whatever. Okay, I need to put in a new paragraph symbol like we did before and type all my paragraph stuff in between there. Don't forget line breaks. Don't forget line breaks as well. Once it starts going off the page, you have to manually put those in. This is where you put the information that you already written up, typed up, whatever, however you did it. Okay, you can copy and paste things from Google Docs. It will work for you. Okay, but as far as that goes, that's what that is. So I'm gonna put my line break in there like I did before. Open brackets, BR slash close brackets, and there you go. I have my next line going on below that. Okay. So once you can do all your headings, if you want to do more headings than that, you can keep on going down with H3, close brackets, and then I have, see how they're getting smaller though as I go down the page. That just shows different subtitles, sub areas all that different stuff. Maybe if I want to put H2 in there and I want the same size as the My Family area, that's what I would do. If I want sub areas of each subject, for example, maybe I would go and talk about my dog for one section, maybe my brother for another section. That's where I would use H3 all the way up to H6. H6 is also bolded and smaller as well, as far as that goes. So pretty much, in short, this is where we're going to stop for today. I'm going to be around and helping you guys out, checking in on you. I don't want to completely fry your brains. We will get into pictures later on, but this is the basic code area for putting in information. Again, follow along as best you can. Press pause a lot of times. Maybe you might need to rewind a little bit, rewatch all that stuff. Don't worry, you have plenty of time in class today to get this done, and I will be around. If you see any those red X's that I was talking about, okay, the red X's that I was talking about, do not worry, I will be around to help you out with those red X's. Okay, so again, let me know if you have any questions. That's it for this video. Thanks.